2CW Tag Team Championship match time here in Rome, New York. And the challengers in their 2CW debut coming down to the ringside area. The team known as SCUM. Suffering, chaos, ugliness, and mayhem. All of that and much more from the two individuals now on the ring. The king of old school at one time, Steve Corino, the larger of the two men, now in the ring. And then the young man up on the turnbuckles is known as the Zombie Princess, Jimmy Jacobs. Two very well-traveled veterans throughout the independent scene across the United States. Tonight they're here in 2CW to wrestle for the 2CW Tag Team Championships against Kevin the Man Graham and Punisher VanSlyke, first class. And right now I'd say the champions, the likely underdogs in this match against the two savvy veterans, Corino and Jacobs. That said, give hometown advantage to first class. And let's now have the entrance of the champions, Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin the Man Graham. And the reason I mentioned hometown advantage is that Punisher VanSlyke grew up not too far from here in Rome. Grew up in a night in New York, not very far from here, and he was an accomplished high school wrestler. And he is extremely proud to be wrestling here close to home, and tonight he has got a chance to defend his tag team championship along with Kevin Graham in front of family and friends in Rome. Well, the champions haven't gotten along at points in the past. They've seemingly patched up their differences. The two-time 2CW Tag Team Champions, the straight-edge suplex machine, Punisher VanSlyke. He's the power man of the team. And then Kevin the Man Graham, he's the one all fired up right now, high-fiving everybody around the ringside area. What we've also got here is straight edge against simply a lack of morals. Punisher VanSlyke makes no bones about the fact that he likes to live the straight edge lifestyle, and he's very committed to that. Now Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs, they had some less than nice things to say to Mr. VanSlyke during the week, and Punisher VanSlyke certainly took those to heart in the week leading up here to Living on the Edge in Rome. And let's send it down to the ring for the introductions. Did you hear that ovation for Punisher VanSlyke, the hometown kid here? And all of a sudden we've got ourselves a tug of war. Jimmy Jacobs trying to get at the 2CW Tag Team Championships, and he's gotten them away from Jack Trades. And now SCUM starting to play the mental game here with the champions and immediately jump into their heads and put the bad mouth on them. Corino's made a career out of being an absolute jerk, and he's basically brainwashed Jimmy Jacobs to be just like him. Corino at one point very respected, the king of old school, former ECW heavyweight champion, NWA heavyweight champion, WWC Universal heavyweight champion. But certainly recently across the independent scene, he has certainly acquitted himself as being nothing more than just a bully and a jerk. And again, his comments this week to Punisher VanSlyke about his lifestyle, that's getting a little overboard. And how somebody chooses to live their life is their prerogative. Another thing to think about here tonight is last year at Living on the Edge in this building, it was Punisher VanSlyke as part of the Tag Team Championships with Kevin Graham. And First Class was defending against another team brought in specifically for Living on the Edge weekend. As I've said, 2CW loves to bring in some of the top independent talent in the country. And it was the Briscoe brothers who have, well, since then gone on to have great success individually. But it was the Briscoe brothers last year, Mark and Jay, defeating First Class here to win the tag team championships. And obviously you can bet that that's been in the mind of Punisher VanSlyke, thinking back, having his shoulders down, as well as Kevin Graham's pinned in that ring after the Briscoe brothers won the tag team championship. And so certainly you could bet that he would love to get a win in front of his hometown fans. Starting out, we've got Kevin Graham and Jimmy Jacobs. There's a Northern Light suplex from Jimmy Jacobs, keeping on the pressure. He goes right to the arm ring. Experience certainly in the corner of the challengers, which is why I would say that SCUM in this match would be favored. Normally in a title match, you say that the favorite goes to the champions, but given the experience difference here, the fact that Corino 19 years as a pro, Jacobs nearly 15 years as a pro, made his debut at 15 years old, whereas Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin Graham just 6 years combined between them, 3 each. Jacobs applying the pressure in the middle of the ring, the arm wringer on Kevin the Man Graham. Graham trying to roll through, now a headstand tip up. And Graham up to his feet, twisting the arm of Jimmy Jacobs. So the man turns the tables on Jimmy Jacobs here at the start of this 2CW Tag Team match. 1 hour time limit to the 2CW Tag Team Championships. Still to come, Sammy Morrison and John Hennigan in a rematch for the 2012 PWI Insider Independent Match of the Year. Trip up by Kevin Graham, lateral press kick out by Jimmy Jacobs. Downward leg trip, lateral press kick out once again. And a standoff between Kevin Graham and Jimmy Jacobs. And Jacobs again getting right up back into Kevin Graham's face, and the youngster from Oswego, New York, just standing right up and saying, you know what, you want to get in my face, fine, I'm ready for you. Jacobs now with an elbow for Punisher VanSlyke, and immediately he attacks Kevin Graham. Punisher stewing on the outside. Here comes Jacobs out. He doesn't see Punisher behind him. And Jimmy Jacobs in the wrong part of the town eats a knuckle sandwich from Punisher VanSlyke. And Jimmy Jacobs wisely scampering into his corner like a scalded dog. He'll make the tag to Steve Corino. A lot of people have been waiting a long time for Corino to make his 2CW debut, and occasionally when 2CW on Facebook asks fans, who do you want to see among the names that come up for Steve Corino? You see Steve Corino along with many other top independent superstars that at one time or another have been here in 2CW. Whether it be for one match or two, or even as someone that's come in as a one-time treat, has stuck around, much like a Sami Callihan or a Masada, people that have stayed around and certainly made a name for themselves in this promotion. Now it's Steve Corino and Punisher VanSlyke, the straight-edge suplex machine against the self-proclaimed king of old schools. Corino 19 years as a pro out of southern New Jersey. And Punisher VanSlyke, he's been to the ring with just about everybody that 2CW's thrown at him. In this building in the Rome, New York debut, it was First Class, Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin Graham along with their mentor ZS3. They defeated Team Suckit in a 6-man tag team match. First Class has also stood down challenges from numerous foes. At one point, Kevin Graham a pinfall victory over Tommy Dreamer in Binghamton, New York. And Punisher VanSlyke in that same building in Binghamton went toe-to-toe with Raven. And Punisher VanSlyke saying he doesn't think much of the shoulder tackle attempt by Corino. And now a Mexican standoff. And Corino putting the bad mouth right now on Punisher VanSlyke, trying to play some more mental mind games. And Punisher VanSlyke solid as a brick wall right there. Corino takes the worst of the shoulder tackle. Punisher getting the better of them. Clothesline misses. And down goes Corino. Corino quickly on wobbly legs, and Punisher VanSlyke follows up going to the armbar. Now the quick tag of the champions trying to cut the ring off at half right now. X-handle from the second rope by Kevin Graham. Irish whip, Graham measuring up Corino, fist to the midsection. Outside Russian leg sweep in the middle of the ring. Graham with a cover, 2 count. Jimmy Jacobs in to break it up, though I suspect Corino may have kicked out anyway. And Corino eats the turnbuckle, and again, quick tags by First Class, keeping Corino on their half of the ring. Double team Irish whip. Big boot by Punisher VanSlyke. Nothing fancy about the offensive First Class, simply methodical in picking opponents apart. And now the big elbow from the big man. Throws a variety of suplexes. He's the power man of the team. And right now he is in control of Steve Corino. And Jimmy Jacobs eats a fist and down he goes. Oh, Corino saw an opening and took it. Corino saw that Punisher VanSlyke's attention was elsewhere. Corino grabbed the front of the trunks like the veteran he is, and Punisher VanSlyke into the middle turnbuckle. And all of a sudden the momentum changes just like that. And now the challenger is known as SCUM in control. And Corino raking the fingernails down the back of Punisher VanSlyke. Jimmy Jacobs from the middle rope drops down the axe handle. Corino with a punch for good measure. Jacobs again known as the Zombie Princess, also the Berserker at times, if you will. And some Berserker-like headbutts on Punisher VanSlyke. And Punisher VanSlyke all of a sudden getting a burst of momentum here. Jacobs' headbutt's not doing a thing. Punisher VanSlyke now shocking one half of the challengers. Corino in from behind. Joe Strawberry's got to break that up. Corino came in. No stopping him as he came right in. Joe Strawberry, I don't know if he saw him or not. Corino got in, and whatever momentum Punisher VanSlyke had to maybe get over and make a tag, quickly goes by the boards. And again, the experience of the challengers showing here in this 2CW Tag Team Championship match. And living on the edge, we've seen numerous teams over the years come in. And who will forget the American Wolves coming in, winning the Tag Team Championships from Up in Smoke, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Last year, the Briscoe brothers. We've also seen former champions, the Smash Brothers, have some tremendous matches. And up goes Corino, and down he goes. Power slam in the middle of the ring. That said, Punisher VanSlyke's got to make a tag, and he does. In comes Kevin Graham, and in comes Jimmy Jacobs as well, and down goes Jacobs. Clothesline, elbow. Jacobs for the ride. Back suplex from Kevin Graham. And the man is fired up. Graham now laying in the chop in the corner, and the champion's in control once again. Reversal on the Irish whip. Jacobs misses the charge, but Corino doesn't. The experience of SCUM right there, and well, that'll make your skin crawl. Corino with a bit of a fabulous Fargo strut down the ring apron. And back in comes Steve Corino. Cover by Corino, showing no respect whatsoever to Kevin Graham, not even bothering to hook the leg. Corino made a name for himself back at Extreme Championship Wrestling, debuting in the late 90s, early 2000s. And really shot up to superstardom after bleeding buckets in a horrific Texas bull rope match with Dusty Rhodes. Went on about 4 or 5 months later to claim his only ECW championship. And there's a fist right to the head of Kevin Graham for both Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs. Corino now mugging for the crowd. It's Jacobs the cover in the middle of the ring, and Kevin Graham kicks out at 2. Jacobs right back to the well, and again Kevin Graham kicks out. You got to admire the tenacity there of Jimmy Jacobs. Think of the challengers what you will. I know I've got my opinion on them, and that said, they've wrestled smartly in this match. Remember though, First Class is the champions, does not have to win, they just have to retain. And a big vertical suplex from Jimmy Jacobs and the quick tag to Steve Corino. And he saw that Kevin Graham was inching close towards his corner, so Corino races in and drops the knee. And now Corino going right to the corner and choking Kevin Graham. He knows the count, knows when to break. And Graham caught the wrong part of town, and First Class certainly has come a long way since making its debut. 2 graduates of the 2CW Wrestling School, trained by ZS3. Originally debuted as singles competitors, wrestling each other in 3-way dances. eventually came together as the first class unit with the Mastermind ZS3 and a big standing drop kick from Corino, and that's quite the feat given how large he is. Corino certainly showing some great athleticism there as a big man, 6'3", 242, and he got up right there like a lightweight on that drop kick. But now the champions are in trouble and the belt's in jeopardy as Kevin Graham's in the wrong part of the ring. And Corino right now sending him for the ride. Went to the well once too often and Kevin Graham slammed on the brakes. And all of a sudden the champions have hope here. Jimmy Jacobs racing down to the floor, grabs Kevin Graham and hauls it outside of the ring. And Joe Strawberry's got to break that up. The count being put on Kevin Graham. Joe Strawberry simply not doing it up there. He's got to get down and break that up. As Jimmy Jacobs came over, threw Kevin Graham to the guardrail. And now Punisher VanSlyke has been suckered over to the corner, and now SCUM is going to take advantage. The experience against the rookies, that's the mistake Punisher VanSlyke has to realize, that while his partner's in trouble, at the same time he's only hurting himself and his team by the fact he's going over trying to help out Kevin Graham, and that gets Joe Strawberry pushing him back towards his corner. Well, Strawberry should have broken that up in the first place. It was a wise move by SCUM. They get Punisher VanSlyke to get pushed away, and then they can inflict more damage. First class, the two-time 2CW Tag Team Champions. Won the vacant belts earlier this year at 2CW singled out after the Super Smash Brothers were stripped. Interestingly, first class has had some recent help from Ben Amin. Graham ducks the clothesline. Up and down, Jimmy Jacobs goes on the spine buster. Beautiful pickup and slam right there from Kevin Graham, and all of a sudden we're in a 50-50 battle here. Even Stevens, both Graham and Jimmy Jacobs are down. And look at Jimmy Jacobs. He instantly grabs the ankle of Kevin Graham. He knows right where he is in the ring. And Graham trying to get the corner to make the tag to Punisher VanSlyke. Jimmy Jacobs wanted to make the tag as well, but down he goes. Kevin Graham catches a win, makes the tag to Punisher VanSlyke, and in comes the big man. Down goes Corino, down goes Jacobs. Down elbow for Corino and one for Jacobs. Punisher VanSlyke is on fire. Belly-to-belly slam from Punisher VanSlyke around Corino, went and down. Punisher wants another suplex, gut wrench. Into a powerbomb from Punisher VanSlyke. The straight edge suplex machine striking. That said, not a good decision right there. Corino was right there to easily break up the pin, and now Joe Strawberry's let this thing break down. All four men of the ring here in this Tag Team Championship match, Texas Tornado style. Corino reverses the whip, and oh my goodness, Kevin Graham broke it in half on the spear. Corino discus punching, down goes Punisher VanSlyke. Champions in trouble right now, this could be all. The flip and slice spread number 2 on Punisher VanSlyke. Corino sit out lariat, takes down Punisher VanSlyke, covered by Jacobs, and Kevin Graham in to break it up. Kevin Graham breaking it up just at the last second. Kind of a modified version there by Jimmy Jacobs of Contra Code. That's his finisher. And now Punisher VanSlyke is in trouble. Oh no, the spike pile driver. Oh no! Punisher VanSlyke has dropped his neck, compressed into his shoulders. And no! Punisher VanSlyke gets out the back door. He might need a trip to the hospital later on tonight to get x-rays for that neck, but at least at the moment he kicks out and keeps alive in this match. Much like ISIS effects earlier against Kevin Steen, Punisher VanSlyke refusing to lose at an STO. The reverse STO from Steve Corino, and now Jimmy Jacobs to the top. The challenger SCUM in control. Jacobs looking for the senton, but Punisher VanSlyke got the knees up. Corino off the ropes, looking for the punch. Clothesline and the undercut from Kevin Graham, and Corino goes down. Great double team maneuver by the champions, and all of a sudden we're back to square one. Jacobs is called to the tilt-a-whirl. Kevin Graham climbing the turnbuckles. First class going for the coup de grace here. Down comes Kevin Graham. Punisher VanSlyke, cover that man. And the champions retain. First Class retained the championships, and they will move on to Living on the Edge Night 2 on iPay-per-view tomorrow as the reigning 2CW Tag Team Champions. Then we'll have a Tag Team Championship challenge over the top Battle Royal tomorrow night. The deck may be stacked against them, but tonight, the youngsters defeating the veteran team of SCUM, Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs here in Rome. So the champions retain, and a huge feather in the cap of Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin the Man Graham. And for much of the match, it looked like the veterans, Corino and Jacobs, had the champions' number, simply just outthinking the champions with several great decisions, suckering Punisher VanSlyke out of the corner, just cutting every corner they possibly could. But in the end, finally, Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin Graham get the dupe, dropping the leg Kevin Graham on Jimmy Jacobs. And First Class retains and heads into Watertown tomorrow night as the 2CW Tag Team Champions. So Punisher VanSlyke picks up the win in front of his family and friends, and Steve Corino can eat his own words. And tonight, straight edge prevails. First Class, Punisher VanSlyke and Kevin Graham.